Defining a string object. A Python string object is an ordered, immutable sequence of characters. To define a variable containing some constant text, enclose the text in single or double quotes. For example, this or this. Strings can be concatenated using either the plus operator or placing them next to each other on the same line. For example, ABC plus DEF. Don't forget the quotes. We get ABCDEF all together, or 1, 2, and then 3. And then we get 1, 2, 3 with spaces. Because we put spaces here, and that's why we get spaces in the end as well. Python doesn't place any restriction on the length of a line, so a string literal can be defined in a single quoted block of text. However, for ease of reading, it is usually a good idea to keep the line of your program to a fixed maximum length. Usually 79 is a good character length. To break up a string over 2 or more lines of code, use the line communication character \, or better enclose the string literal in parentheses, for example, this way. This defines the variable long character to hold a single line of text. The concatenation does not insert spaces, so they need to be included explicitly if they are wanted. If your string consists of a reception of one or more characters, the multiplication operator can be used to concatenate them the required number of times. For example, A into 4, we get 4 A's, and so on. The empty string is defined simply as S equal 2 single quotes or S equal double quotes. Finally, the built-in function string converts an object passed as an argument into a string according to a set of rules defined by the object itself. String 42, we get 42 as a string and not an integer. String 3.4e5, we get 34 followed by 4 zeros instead of 3.4e5 as a string. Same with this. We will look at finer control over formatting of strings later in the course. Escape sequence. The choice of quotes for strings allows one to include the quote character itself inside a string literal. Just define it using other quotes. For example, this. But what if you need to include both quotes in a string, or to include more than one line in the string? This case is handled by a special escape sequence indicated by a \. The most commonly used escape sequences are on the screen. Let's look at some examples now. For example, sentence is equal to he said \, quote, this parrot's dead, \, end quote, and then the last quote ends the string itself. And if we print this, we get a normal sentence, a sentence that we would actually write. Let's look at another example. Subject is equal to physics \n. This n is for a new line. And then we write chemistry \n, geology \biology. Remember to put this string in quotes so that Python knows that this is a string. Now if we print this, we get physics, chemistry, geology, biology all in different lines just because we used the escape sequence \n. Now if you want Python not to read this escape sequence or any escape sequence in the string sentence that you write, you need to define a raw string prefix with R. This R, which stands for raw, makes this string a raw string, which tells Python not to read the escape sequence within this string literal. When we define a block of text including several lines which need ending, it is often inconvenient to use \n repeatedly. This can be avoided by using triple quoted strings, new line defined with strings determined by triple double quotes or triple single quotes are preserved in the strings, for example. This will be preserved as a string until and unless we end it with the same initial opening sequence with which we started the string. This type of triple quote system is used to create a docstring, which document blocks of code in a program.